Any of your friends want to follow me? Yeah, I hear it. Ah, there you are. Haha, fool. Hooray, we killed stuff. Now what I am worried about is the creeper that was out here that's now not. Okay. So first things first, now that it's daylight, let's go around and explore. You see those? Those are creepers. You see how it's following me? It doesn't have any arms? That hiss that you heard, and that sort of bellowing up, that's the creeper getting ready to explode all over you. And I'll show you what that looks like. Maybe-ish, not really. Nope. Okay, so let's talk about drops. Hey, look, another creeper. Alright. Now, keep in mind these drop lists are entirely incomplete. That's odd. And are very subject to change at Notch's will. Now, from what I'm aware, zombies are most likely to drop rotten flesh, which can be used to tame wolves. See, rotten flesh, and I forget what else. And they also have the rare chance to drop iron bars. I think iron helmet, not iron bars, iron ingots. I think iron helmets and iron swords, and sometimes they'll spawn with iron swords, which is definitely interesting. Before they wouldn't do that. Skeletons will almost always drop bone meal. Not bone meal, but bones, which can be made into bone meal. They will usually drop arrows. And they have the occasional chance to drop a bow, which may or may not be enchanted. But if it is enchanted, it is always enchanted with power 1. What else? Spiders, as you saw, they drop springs. Not springs, strings. They also have a chance to drop the fermented spider eye, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's no, not a fermented spider eye, just a spider eye. And again, it is exactly what it sounds like. The eye of a spider. The eye of the spider, not to be confused with the eye of the tiger. Ocelots, I honestly have no idea what they drop. I've never ran into one. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I've never ran into an ocelot. Though part of that could easily be attributed to my general dislike of jungle biomes. And that would be a good reason to not have ever met an ocelot. My general distaste for the jungle biome and all of its creatures. Plus, I never need them. I have yet to ever need to make my house creeper-proof. Either that or I could just put a layer of obsidian between all the walls. Obsidian, obsidian. Alright, now let me go into the different materials. What we have here is wood. It's wood. What you've been seeing me do is make them into wooden planks to be made into sticks and other useful things. We also have stone, which I've mined a little bit of and made some cobblestone out of. In order to make regular stone from mining stone, you need the cobblestone that you mined from it, a furnace, and a piece of coal. You have to bake the stone back into its original... You have to bake the cobblestone back into its original smooth stone form. Harder set... Which really isn't all that useful. I mean, there's a couple things you can only do with regular stone that you can't do with cobblestone. But for the most part, cobblestone is just the more useful of the materials. I mean, it just is. Now, we have... Now, you've seen a little bit of water when I was going through the jungle biome. That water is an essential ingredient in making obsidian, if you will. Because what we haven't seen yet is lava. And when a source block of lava is hit with water, basically if lava runoff hits water runoff, it turns into stone. Either stone or cobblestone, I forget which. If water hits lava runoff, it becomes cobblestone, I believe. If water hits a source lava block, which means a lava block that is producing the lava, it turns into obsidian. And obsidian can only be mined with a special pickaxe, which we'll get into once I start mining and get into the different ores you can get. And obsidian is required to do some of the more advanced things in the game, such as enchanting. Actually, no, let me get into that now. There's 5 basic types of weapons and I think 4 basic types of armor that you can obtain. No, 5, but one of them is harder to get than the rest just because of the way you have to do it. Your most basic type of tools and weaponry is wooden. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this as you make your wooden sword, which should have been the name for the achievement. Some kind of reference to that line. Don't know why Notch didn't do that. Maybe copyright reasons, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is that would have been cool to see. Yes. But the wooden sword is, and the wooden tools are the most basic. Your next step up, and easily the most common tools you'll be making, are stone. Stone tools have okay durability and okay speed. They can't mine or do some of the most advanced things, but they get the job done but they get the majority of the job done. And they're needed if you want to get any of the ores to make the more advanced stuff. Iron is, as far as bang for your buck goes, iron is going to be your best bang for your buck, just on the grounds that iron is much more common than its better counterpart, diamonds. But at the same time, still has good durability and is useful for more than just tools, than just the basic tools. It's also useful for some of the more advanced tools. And then you have, now, there's gold. Gold is kind of weird. Gold requires an iron or better pickaxe to mine, and it has the highest speed per tool out of all the different types of tools. It has the highest speed, from what I understand. So you might be saying, what's the downside to using gold? Why doesn't everybody just use gold? Its durability is the same as that of wood. Which means, if you want to do anything with gold, you're going to need a lot of gold tools. If you intend to do anything more than just clear out a couple of spaces. And because gold can be used to make golden apples, which help regenerate your health on top of healing some of your hunger meter, you're better off saving the gold for that, as well as making certain redstone mechanisms. Which, that's my next topic, redstone. Redstone is this weird little dust that contains electrical properties. I see myself using redstone a good bit. Maybe not exclusively, but I do see myself using it a good bit because I've been experimenting with it. Making things such as sliding doors that close behind you and all that. So, I see myself using more redstone than the average person would, but I don't see myself, like, owning it with an iron fist. By the way, this is spruce wood. This type of wood only occurs in the snowy biomes. And when you make planks out of it, it makes the darkest type of wood plank. So for aesthetic reasons, it's fairly decent. For usefulness reasons, it's about the same as any other wood. It's just you have it nearby if you're in a snowy biome. Do I have? No, I don't. Stupid. Need more wool. I'm trying to get enough wool to make a bed here. Where was I? Ah, yes. And then we have the last 2 types of ores, which, for reference, the iron ore. Oh, there's my crafting table. The iron, gold, and I think that's it at the moment. Ores. They have to be smelted regardless of how you mine them. And the rest of these ores that I'm talking about, including coal, the only way you could have to smelt them is if you use a Silk Touch enchanted pickaxe, which I'll get into enchanting when we get further on in this. Get the seeds! Hello! Okay, this is a ravine. Now, you see that? All that... Oh, hello, there's a bunch of mobs down there. What is that? Don't even know what that is. That's a zombie in armor, looks. And there's a spider. Those mobs spawned down there because they had a light level lower than 7. Because you can see that overhang and how massive it is. But this is a ravine. There's probably, yeah, there's mobs on that side too. And you see that water, lava runoff, and you see that water? If that lava runoff was a bunch of source blocks, there'd be obsidian down there, and it may be sort of worth going down. But because it's just runoff and runoff, it's not worth it. It's not worth risking that however many meter fall to get down there. And I am running out of time, so I need to get back to my house. Sheepy, sheepy. Hello, sheep. I'll take the durability hit on the sword. Hooray, I have enough for a bed now. Now let's get back to my house before I die. I tend not to do night exploring until I'm more well prepared to do so. Like the first couple of nights out, I just tend to sleep through them. And then once I've got some more better stuff, then I'll go out and explore at night. So what we were making here is a bed, which will change your spawn point when you sleep in it. Here's the thing. You want to leave at least 2 blocks of space between your bed and the wall. Elsewise, mobs can sometimes glitch. Actually, I'm going to move that a little bit. Elsewise, mobs can sometimes glitch into your house and wake you up while you're sleeping and then proceed to kill you. So, let's sleep. And there we go. Welcome back to the world of the awake. And let's go run around and make sure we're not getting stalked by creepers, which doesn't look like we are. Alright, cool. So we got a house up. We got some resources. What's the next goal on the agenda? The next goal on the agenda is actually going to be to see if we can't find some sugar canes. There they are. Oh, nice. Very nice. A good source of water right here. I've got enough yeah, I can actually do that. Alright, what I'm going to do now is pick up all these sugar reeds, which, while you can make sugar from the sugar cane, their more important use is paper. Hello, cows. And that paper is what we'll be getting into later. Now, I'm actually going to move my house. I'm going to leave that one there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a secondary house out over here. We're definitely going to want to breed these cows, just for the sole reason that breeding cows is easily possible with wheat, which we'll be getting in a minute. So first off, let's see where my old house is. Alright, that's where my old house is. So now, we'll take this spruce wood. Actually, let's go ahead and build the house over here. And the reason I'm building 2 houses is, well, let me go get the stuff out of that house and I'll just leave it there because it's going to take way too long to break it down. I'll leave this house here because I already put it here, and recovering the materials would be not very useful to me because I can just get more wood and I can just get more of everything. So there's no need for me to break this house down. But I'm going to take all this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and take all the torches, because I don't need those at this point. Now I'm just going to take the door with me. Seal the place up. Now what that does mean is that mobs will be able to spawn in there, but that's okay because I don't plan on going back anytime soon. And here you can also see, if I do some maneuvering here, just take those 2 wooden planks out and replace them with birch. And here you can see the 4 different types of wood planks all at the same time. Your spruce is the darkest, followed by the oak, then the jungle wood, and then the pine. The jungle wood is weird because it's kind of a pinkish color. Alright, let's move on. Now the reason I'm making a house over here is because I don't have to get buckets of water. to bring water over to my other house, I can just work with the water that's here. And I'll take some of this dirt. The reason I'm going to take some of this dirt is so that I can make farmland from it. And we'll go over to where the cows are. Let's go to this more flat area of land. And we'll make our house here. Hooray. Now, as you can see, this house is much smaller than my other one. But that's okay, because in this case, what matters is that I can place a bed in it, which I'm probably just going to put underground, actually. Jump over to this side. And we'll go from there. Right. Hooray. Now, the main reasoning for me making a second house is to get closer to the water. Simply put, closer to the water. Simple as that. Because the water can be used for so many different things. So we'll bridge that gap. And there we go. The question is, do I have enough spruce wood to cover the roof area? The answer is I do not. Ah, I do. I do, haha, yay. Okay, so now, come in here, and we'll just fill this up with our woods.